Good afternoon, you're watching Lunchtime News on MTV Sports. I'm Punchani Edrasinghe. In your headlines this afternoon, police searching for hit-and-run driver who killed 2 people in Kotahena. The Met Department states more rains unlikely in the North Central Province. Amnesty International charges that Syrian government forces are killing civilians in organized attacks. Taking a look at the stories in detail now, police have launched investigations to arrest the hit-and-run driver who knocked down a group of people in Kochikade. The group had come to Kochikade to participate in the St. Anthony's Church feast. An 8-month-old infant and a woman had been killed in the hit-and-run accident which took place this morning. This was confirmed to News First by police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana. The victims were identified as devotees who had arrived in Kotahena to take part in the annual feast of St. Anthony's Church. Investigations have commenced to arrest the reckless driver who is still at large. The devotees had been at a temporary shelter put up to house those who had arrived for the annual feast of St. Anthony's Church, Kochikade. In more local news, a special function was held yesterday to felicitate Venerable Omalpe Sobita Thera. The function, which was held at the Central Province Governor's official residence, also saw the participation of a number of JHU politicians.
A book titled Nivatunata Nivatanovu Yativara Aditana was launched at the occasion to mark the 7th anniversary of the defeat of the post-tsunami operational management structure. The first copy of the book was presented to Gatembe Rajopanaramadipati Venerable Kappetiyagoda Sirivimala Thero.
විදේශවල කුමන්ත්‍රණ යනවා රට ආර්ථික වශයෙන් කොටු කරන්න රට ආර්ථික වශයෙන් වට්ටන්න.
There are foreign conspiracies which aim to cripple us economically and destroy our country. They wish to transform this country into another Iraq, Syria or Libya. The foreign embassies are holding seminars and training sessions and saying that a social rebellion should be launched in 2014-2015.
14 15 මෙන්න මේ විදිය සමාජ කැරල්ලක් ගහමු මෙන්න මේ විදිය අරගලකාරී ක්‍රියාදාමයකට යන් රට කඩන්න කියලා කතා කරනවා.
මා ගරු ජනාධිපතිතුමාගෙන් ඉල්ලනවා.
I request the Honorable President to immediately instruct the Secretary of Defense to establish a museum which would display the horror and brutality of the LTTE. All of us would help in this endeavor. Do not let this terror be forgotten. This forgetfulness would lead to the destruction of our future generation. This should also be done because the foreigners do not know the complete truth.
ඉඩ දෙන්න එපා. ඒ අමතක වීම මගින් විපතටපත් වෙන්නේ අපේ අනාගත පරපුර. ඒ වගේමයි විදේශීය පිරිස දන්නේ නැහැ ඇත්ත මේකේ.
A foreign national died today after falling off the 18th floor of a luxury hotel in Colombo.
According to police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana, the incident took place at around 4 a.m. The deceased has been identified as a 40-year-old Maldivian national. According to the police, several other individuals had been with the victim during the time of the accident. Among them were a group of Sri Lankan and Russian women. The Slave Island police is conducting further investigations in this regard.
The police says that a decision has been made to once again arrest those who transport sand without a permit. Police media spokesperson SP Ajit Rohana stated that all police stations in the country had been informed of this decision. However, a few weeks ago, the government granted permission to transport sand without a permit.
The rule pertaining to sand transportation permits was relaxed to a certain extent. However, due to legal issues, it has been decided that permits should be obtained. This has been informed to all police stations in the island. Just as before, action will be taken under the same law against owners of lorries and other vehicles that transport sand without a permit. Hence, it is mandatory to obtain a permit to transport sand.
Meanwhile, the laws pertaining to the transportation of timber and items made out of timber had been relaxed. Secretary to the Ministry of Environment BMUD Basnayaka said that the law has been relaxed taking into consideration the shortcomings in the present law. You can express your views on laws being imposed to protect natural resources and then withdrawing these laws on our website www.newsfirst.lk. Moving on to other local news, the National Rabies Prevention Committee has taken steps to commence an island-wide program to vaccinate the stray dogs. A senior member of the committee, Dr. Chamit Nanakar, said that the first step of the program will get underway on the 17th of this month from Ratnapura, Kurunegala and Trincomalee districts. Senior member of the National Rabies Prevention Committee, Dr. Chamit Nanakar, stated that this initiative was launched in line with the program to eradicate rabies by 2016. He went on to say that accordingly, the committee decided to assist the Ministry of Health in vaccinating the stray dogs. Chamit Nanakar further stated that they hope to deploy around 40 groups for the vaccination program. Take a look at some sports news now. Sri Lankan wheelchair tennis player Gamini Disanayake and Upali Rajakaruna have qualified for the 2012 Paralympics. The Sri Lanka Tennis Association said that the International Tennis Federation has confirmed this through a communique. Gamini Disanayake and Upali Rajakaruna, who represent the Sri Lanka Army, will represent Sri Lanka at the London 2012 Paralympics through the wild card system. Incidentally, Upali Rajakaruna represented Sri Lanka at the 2008 Beijing Games as well. Take a look at another local story now. Former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca says that he is prepared to put his life on the line to change the current path of the country and the present political culture in the country. He made this statement during a media briefing held in Colombo today.
I am not prepared to hinder or weaken my political journey which I commenced for the sake of the country, the people and democracy. I will continue my political journey with more enthusiasm and determination than when I started my political journey. I know that there will be obstacles, attacks, and I might even be imprisoned again as I move forward. But I will face them bravely and change the path on which the country is headed and change the political culture present in the country. I am prepared to even put my life on the line for this purpose.
මේ අවස්ථාවේදී රටවැසියාට දැනුම් දීම සඳහා තමුන්නාසේලාට ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
And on that note, we wrap up today's lunchtime news. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care.